Hi, everyone. I wanted to share a vision with you that I had as I was going through Ephesians. I saw someone coming into a dark room, and the power company had told them, "Your power's on." And so they walk in, but the room's dark. And they say, I don't see any light. I don't think there's any power here. But they needed to turn on the switch. And I feel like that's a lot like how we can be sometimes. We see the promises of God and we're like, okay, Lord, your word says this, but I don't see it. So it must not be. I must not understand it right. Or maybe that's not for today. Maybe that was for them, but it's not for me. And so I think sometimes we just need to turn on the switch. And what I mean by that, I want to share with you right now. So what started me thinking on this was Ephesians 3:20. It says, "Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly, abundantly above whatever you could ask or think, according to the power that works in you." So that word "works in you" was highlighted to me. And in the Greek, it means energio is the word. And it means engaged in. It means energize. It says working in a situation which brings it from one stage or one point to the next. Like an electrical current, energizing a wire, bringing it to the shining of a light bulb. So this power that works in us, it needs to be actively working in us. We need to co-labor with the Lord. And I love how it likened it to an electrical current. It reminded me of in Philippians 2:13, it says it's God that works in you, both to will and to do of his good pleasure. So the Lord was showing me that when we do things like meditate on the word, that energio, it starts working. It starts actively working, and that power is released, like going through a wire, like the current, like it just said, going through, making the shining of a light bulb. That as we're praying in the Spirit, that's why it says, praying in the Spirit also, sorry, I jumped ahead. But as we're meditating on the word, it says that we're like a tree that's planted by the rivers of water. So we're meditating on the word, and we're like a tree planted by the rivers of water. Our leaf will never wither, will prosper in all that we do. What's happening? There's that energio, there's that working, that active working. And we're being filled with the Spirit. And it says that in Ephesians 5:18. It says, "Don't be drunk with wine, wherein is excess, but be being filled," is how it says it in the Greek. Be being filled. It's not good English, but that's how it's written. So be filled with the Spirit by speaking psalms and hymns and spiritual songs. The Lord showed me a vision of our body, and it's like, as we're doing these things, it's like putting copper wire or something through our body, and it's making that current more and more. There's the building up of his Spirit in us, and then we speak and it's released. So the Lord was showing me like electricity that doesn't move through everything easily. It doesn't move through wood, it doesn't move through rubber, but if you have something like copper, it shoots through and it energizes. And so I wanted to share that with us, that when it says that the Lord is able to do exceedingly abundantly above what we could ask or think, that it's according to that power that works in us. And that power is his Spirit. And we are filled with his Spirit by speaking. And that includes praying in the Spirit and singing in the Spirit, that we're being built up. And so I want to encourage you to do that. Start to get built up. Like it says in Jude, it says, "You, brethren, building yourselves up on your most holy faith, praying in the Holy Spirit. Or we're like that tree planted by the rivers of water. Our leaf is never green. We bear fruit in our season, and we prosper in all that we do. And how do we do that? By working really hard and striving? No, like Paul says, I worked more abundantly than you all, yet not I, but Christ that works in me. So it's his power in us that enables us to do these things. So I just wanted to encourage you with that. I hope it blessed you. And if you have any questions, please let me know.